Hi everyone, my name is Sazia, Vice President of Operations for Marriott International. I'm here to address what happened with the Starboard guest database bridge that we discovered in 2018. The bridge began in 2014 before Marriott acquired Starboard. For 4 years, hackers had unauthorized access to our reservation system. We didn't discover it until August 2018. When we found out, our first action was to investigate how extensive the damage was. From a utilitarian perspective, we faced a difficult decision. Do we report immediately and cause panic, or do we take time to understand the full scope to give guests accurate information? We choose transparency. In September 2018, we notified guests that up to 500 million people's personal information was exposed. This included names, addresses, phone numbers, emails, passport numbers, birthdays, and for some payment card information. As a manager, I had to ask myself, what is my duty to these guests? We couldn't undo the breach, but we could minimize harm by offering 1 year of free credit monitoring and fraud protection services. Was this enough? Honestly, no. What it was the right first step. We failed to protect our guests' data and we had to own that failure. That's what I learned from this experience. Next will be covered by my friend.
Hi, my name is Kamaldeep Singh and I am Chief Information Security Officer. I need to explain how this breach happened and why we didn't catch it sooner. The Starboard system had vulnerabilities, plain and simple. Hackers exploited weak points in our network architecture. But here's the crucial failure. Much of the exposed data was not encrypted. Payment card numbers, passport numbers, and personal identifiers were stored in a way that made the readable once hackers accessed our systems. That was our mistake. From an ethics standpoint, that's duty-based ethics. We had a clear moral obligation to encrypt all guest personal information. This wasn't optional or debatable. It was a fundamental duty we owed to every single guest. We failed that duty. When I look back, we should have implemented stronger security protocols earlier. We should have monitored our systems more aggressively. We should have required encryption as standard practice, not as an afterthought. The truth is that from 2014 to 2018, we prioritized convenience and cost over security. We had the technology to do better. This breach exposed over 500 million people, not because of some impossible to predict attack, but because we didn't fulfill our ethical obligation to protect their data. That's on us, that's on me. And that's all from my side. Next data will be described by Tharmanpreet Singh. Thank you.
Hi, I am Tarmanpreet. I was a guest and I have stayed at a Marriott property and Starwood hotels for years as a frequently business travel. In 2018, I got an email that many information has in their data breach. As first I was angry, then I was scared. They had my passport number, they had my home address, they had payment card information. I start worry, would something steal my identity? Would my account be compromised? From a justice and fairness perspective, I have to ask, did Merit treat me fairly? I trust them with my information because there are a major respected hotel chain. I expected them to protect it. They did not. The breach happened in 2014, but I was not told until 2018, dad 4 years later. Why the delay? What really bothered me was the timeline. Marriott discovered the breach in August, announced it in September. 4 years of my data being exposed, and I had no idea. I took their free credit monitoring, which was helpful, but it does not undo the damage to trust. The lesson here is a simple: guests deserve honesty and speed. If my data is compromised, tell me immediately. Don't wait 4 years. And more importantly, Hotels need to invest in real security, not just apologies and monitoring service after the effect. We trust Merit, they let us down. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I am Manindra Singh, Director of Corporate Ethics and Compliance at the Marriott. So now I want to address what we should have done and what this means for corporate responsibility. The Marriott data breach is a clear example of what happens when corporate social responsibility takes a backseat to operational efficiency. We have a responsibility that goes beyond what the law requires. Yes, the law says encrypt sensitive data. Yes, the law says notify people of breaches, but ethics demands more. Our responsibility includes investing in security before a breach happens, not after. And it includes acknowledging mistakes quickly and completely. It also includes putting guest well being before profits and looking at the situation through the lens of virtue ethics. Focusing on character, Marriott failed to demonstrate the virtues we should embody. And these virtues are transparency, accountability, and integrity. In 2014, breach discovered in 2018 and announced in September is not a transparency. And that's a delay and damage control. What have we learned? So, we have learned that the data security isn't a IT department issue, it's an ethics issue. Every department, operations, finance, technology, must prioritize guest protection. We have now invested billions in security infrastructure and policies, but more importantly, we have changed our culture. The hospitality industry exists on trust. When we betray that trust through negligence or delay, we damage not just our company but the entire industry. And every hotel should learn from this, protect data with the urgency and respect it deserves. And your guest information is not just a business asset, it's their privacy, their security, and their trust in you. Thank you, everyone.